Hi guys. Okay, let me just get this a little bit more sorted. Hi. Right, a little bit later after my pain, but I'm still in a lot of pain. I've got this now on my tummy because my tummy's in pain. That's just my budgies there. They hang with me pretty much all day. They just kind of to each other. They've had a massive play flying around. Right, if they keep filming it. Ladies, I'm filming. Okay, the flight time is not over. So I'm going to have to take them out because they're too excited to see you guys. Like they're just too excited, all right? They're just too excited. Ladies, too excited. Right, so I'll just take them out of here because none of us can hear what's going on right now. I don't know if that's going to fix it because, listen, they're still going. Anyway, so good morning again. Hi. But I wanted to have a chat. Been having some thoughts about things and, you know, I feel pretty naive. And it's not... Let me just move this because my cat wants to come in. Come on, chicken. Sorry, I had the phone on charge. Jump up. That's a boy. Oh, I tell you what, so much nurturing needed around this household. Okay, you can go in your cubby. There you go. Mummy, lift it up. In you go. In you go. Come on. In you go. It's the routine around here and I'm just the zookeeper. Get in your cubby. Don't be difficult about it because Mummy's on the camera talking to our people. You're being rather rude. Anyway, he's just being him. I'm teasing him. So, there's a topic I want to cover. And it's an issue in society for more than just like people like me that have health problems and battles with a system that is run by elites. It is. Medical system is run by elites, and their mentality to life is that didn't work. Sorry, my hair is just annoying me. Didn't like. Yeah, it's it's very frustrating. I've always had an issue with money and how it works in society because to me it's a resource, to others it's status or I guess it just gives them more luxury that some people seem to think they're more entitled to than others, right? So sadly, you know, some people will say, you know, oh, but this job is, you know, hard. You're crooked now. I'm sorry, guys. It's one of the hardest jobs in the world, and there's many hardest jobs in the world. There really is. And some of them just don't get paid much at all. Some get paid a shit ton to the point where I think, is that too much? And especially in society where we have so many homeless, middle class can't, I'm talking about Australia and I'm sure this relates to many countries. Middle class just can't survive because we don't have someone like a Trump going, no, you're not going to do this and you're not going to do that, you're not going to do this and you're not going to do that, you're not going to rip off everyone. You know, food prices here are just stupid. Just fucking stupid. It's unbelievable, guys, our food prices. It really is. And particularly in Western Australia, we always pay that little bit more. And it's a mining state. So I wanted to talk about that because I hate talking about money. Bible. There's reasons for that. But like I said, I see it as a resource because money gives you the opportunities for things, whether it's services, goods that you need, and I'm talking about needs first, including, you know, shelter, and I just think that it's absolute rubbish philosophically. I mean, it's bullshit that people don't have a home. Lower class, middle class, all should have their home no matter what. Okay, in the sense of most people are working, they should have a home, and they don't. They can't afford it. It's rubbish. It's fucking rubbish, you know. And I'm just tired of seeing this happen. And then you look at society and you start to, especially us Australians, we never used to be like this. So this is very much a culture shock for us. And we've had a lot of cultures come here and change the culture. And I'm, not going to blame that in the sense of it's 100% negative that that's what's happened. But it has happened. I mean, I've got one side that's immigrants. But I'm just saying, we never had that. We didn't like the fact that someone was struggling, and we would always help them. Fix their car for free, mow their lawn for free, help them out to get a job if someone in the street had lost their job. Or Australia always stepped up for the Aussie battler, okay? It is a very cultural thing. And any old Aussies out there listening, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And it doesn't happen anymore. In fact, it's even gone as far as to turn into, if you're poor, you're failing, which I find, just as a social welfare psychology person, that just kills my spirit. As a Christian, it kills my spirit, because that is just not okay. A, it's a judgment. B, not everyone, for many reasons. People are born into poverty, people get sick, like me, become poor. People have learning disabilities and they don't get paid well. So are they failing? Because I don't think so. Then you got the middle class busting their ass because they've done like studies, and normally they've done studies, or they've worked hard through their jobs to get where they've got. They have a lot on their plate and they don't get paid enough to really get by, compared to the old days where a whole family with one middle income earner could survive really well in a middle income suburb. Wonderful. Now those middle income families have to have two incomes and struggle, which is not the typical way, because women's going to work was meant to be a choice. Well, women don't have a choice anymore, and that pisses me off as a actual true feminist. I'm not a modern day feminist, I'm sorry, but I'm old. I'm an old fashioned feminist, meaning some people might not agree with what I believe in, and that is fine. It is totally fine for us to not agree on everything. But I believe in the true feminism of, you have a role as a woman. I do believe that. But at the same time, you should be absolutely respected for those roles that you play. I'm not saying that it should be like, in the kitchen, woman. That's not what I think. But basically, I do think men and women have roles just because of biology, number one. And just, that's how we've always been. It's how we've always been. So, it has worked for people. And when we stopped doing it, I don't think sociology-wise we're doing very well. I'm just going to be damn honest. And it even comes down to, when I think about the Bible, it's like, I know as a kid going to Sunday school, not on a Sunday, I used to find sometimes some of the teachings, I'd be like, oh, yeah, right, like, that's so easy to do, because when Johnny at school picks on me, I just give it to him, and I know God's watching and I know he's telling me off, but Johnny deserved it. And then as I grew up, I realized that no, just because Johnny's been Ladies, being an asshole doesn't mean that I can do anything. Like, I don't know, throw something at him, just kick him in the shin. I don't know, all the tomboy things I used to do. Not appropriate, not saying that, but I was a child. But I'm just saying that as you grow up, you realize that you can't, even if you're going to fail, because we all are going to fail, accept it, embrace it. It helps you grow and learn. There's something wrong with it. And anyone that shames you for it, that's projection. Get a mirror and just go, boom, because I ain't failing. So if you're saying it, it means that you're feeling like you are, or you felt many times in your life that you are, and that's a you problem. So please be comfortable with failing. But also be comfortable with this kind of conversation, because this is what the internet has ruined. It is okay to disagree. We don't have to argue it. We don't have to debate it. It just is what it is. It's perfectly fine. Okay? People can connect with so many other things. You don't have to connect on everything. Fact. And that's called adulting, isn't it? We all know that. So we need to go back to that. Even our attention spans, we need to be careful of that. The internet has also changed that. Our short attention spans are not good. Not good for learning, not good for functioning, because it just, and particularly if you've got ADHD, it just makes it worse. That's why I could never clean the house with anybody home, because there were things everywhere and nobody understood what I was doing in the rotation I was doing it. And I was like, just get out of the house so I can clean from top to bottom. Anyway, basically, I'm seeing the status change from up class, lower class. There's nothing else in Australia right now. And the upper class feel hard done by, and the lower class feel hard done by. And that makes me conflicted. It actually makes me really conflicted. I guess you could say, not just from my Christian sense, but philosophically. Let's just think about this for a minute. Everyone's working hard. That's working. Okay. People work hard. Sure, there's those percentage that maybe don't. Forget about them. I'm talking about the average person works goddamn hard. They get up every day. They go to work. They come home. Okay, they're exhausted. And I promise you, as you get older, you get more exhausted. I'm 50. But at the same time, I'm disability, so... And I know you're going to think this is stupid, but I don't get the joy of work. And it actually makes me very sad and upset. And it's very triggering, because I pictured my kids independent and me just like, I can work, I can get up in the morning, have my own morning routine, doesn't have to involve anybody else but me, and I go to work and I come home, I have an evening routine that's just mine, right? And when someone says, what's for dinner, it's like, I don't know. Anyway, I was looking forward to my retirement from that previous job. Being a mum's a job. Being a mum's a job. Okay? If you weren't doing it, someone is paid to do it. It's a job. But you don't get paid for it. You don't get respected for it. But it concerns me that there's this upper lower class pattern now. And the lower class have a right to feel fucking injustice and absolute treated like crap. Bless you. Your pay is not good enough. You can't even rent, let alone save to purchase or purchase. It is wrong. And more than that, other things that cost a lot. Other things. Not just food. There's petrol. It's costing a lot too. Australia pays a lot for petrol, guys. Particularly probably WA. And then there's other things. Our medical system is broken. Falling apart. That's a political problem. They screwed that up, in my eyes. That's just my opinion. They screwed that up, and but that's my area that I question. It's just this, there's too much money that's wasted in the medical system, that could be used better. Their system and protocols and their, like, they don't even have a database that works. I mean, the most important area, the most highest paid people also, you've got I guess you've got lawyers, you've got doctors, that includes, I guess, dentists. Who else gets in that top? Judges, magistrates. I mean, of course, they're legal, they're the higher. Surgeons, and there's more. Engineers, all that kind of stuff, right? But when we're dealing with humans, people's lives, quality of life, everything, it shits me that money comes into it. Actually really hurts my heart. And if anyone's had a loved one that's needed health, if you're in health, if you know someone you love needs health, you know what I'm talking about. Why do we fight so hard for, like, things that, it's not first world medical care in my eyes, for people that are, like, the most severe, because we cost a lot and it just gets too much and they just don't want to pay. And then there's, because like I said, a cardiologist has said, put her out to pasture. That's against my human rights. If I look back to my welfare days, social welfare, the Bill of Human Rights, I don't know which article number it is, but the right to life, the right to live, what the fuck? The right to, what is it, adequate medical care. Yet that's what was told to me. Put her out to pasture. So is that okay? No, I don't think so. But that's my value, guys. That's my value to people in my world. And it really makes me question. I think of money as a resource. These people think of money as just greed. I mean, they have way too much. I bumped my cord. Snaky Willow. Oh, I don't really want him chewing at it, but anyway, he doesn't anymore. As a kitten he did. But basically, it's like, this is where I'm like, what the hell? And that's why I'll always continue to fight for the system to be fairer, because of what's happened to me. Definitely want to fight for women's rights in healthcare, because I think that's, and disability is a huge problem. I have spent lots of time, once again, working for free for, my hospital. But it's okay because it's a sensory room for me too. But for everyone else who uses my hospital. But I spent hours last night. Now, I'm thinking of myself and other people like me. But the hospital gets me doing this for nothing, right? Now, I'm all good with it because I need to have something that I can serve, right? I need to be able to serve. That's a need I have. I get very like itchy feet if I can't be doing something for someone, okay? I'm a nurturer, I'm a giver. I have to, okay? It's something I enjoy, and it's something that's just part of my routine, okay? I have to be able to do it. So anyway, I was happy to do it, but then when you need something from them and they complain about it costing money, you just think, You know what I mean? Anyway, and also distracted me too from, maybe it'll help me because I have to have an endoscopy, colonoscopy in January, and because of my health, I have to be, there will be a critical team ready. I will be staying in, so all precautions will be taken. And I know that things are going to be probably not good, because totally emptying me with everything is going to just trigger me into seizures. But anyway, that's their problem to deal with, and they can then go, oh, this person's really suffering, because it's right in front of them, not just on a video. So yeah, they can actually do some doctoring and nursing, can't they? It's about their turn, because he deserves a bit of a break. But not fun, right? And I have to go into general anesthetic, and the anaesthetist has to do all these very particular. I've got a very specialist person to. It's very delicate, and I'm very scared because my heart is not good. I spent a lot of time in under my 40% yesterday was beneath my oxygen levels for what you should be. So anyway, hopefully with Silver Chain hooking up, maybe they can do the oxygen. I don't know, but we've just got to get me sorted out. But anyway, back to the sensory room. I spent 3-4 hours. 3-4 hours going to all occupational therapy stores, looking at all the suitable. This is the adult sensory room. So this is focused for adults, not for children. This is the adult hospital, because the children's hospital in Perth has a sensory room. Okay? This one's going to be better. Anyway, depends on what they, I'll give them the list, and I'm going to get a big poster paper, and it's all going to be on there, and, but I have to submit it through the computer, which is not as nice, is it? I'm an interior designer. You guys know I'll be good at this, right? I'll be good at this, but I hope they let me be more part of it than what I can. So if it's not quite right when you see it, if I get to, I probably will get to show you it, then that's them, not me, because I'm a good designer. I'm really good. But anyway, they'll do all this with the sensory room, but people are still missing out on healthcare. People are paying a fortune just to go to the general practitioner. GP, essential. For some people, it's essential so they can keep their job, okay? And that pisses me off, because I've been there so many times where I've gone to the GP and I've said, I cannot lose this job. And what I mean by lose job, I've never been sacked. I've always quit out of respect of, I know I can't do this and I'm not going to fuck you around. So I'm just going to be honest and I'm just going to leave. And of course, they never wanted me to, because I've always been the favourite because I'm a hard worker. I'm an autistic. Higher autistics. We're very, we might be a bit weird and difficult and annoying sometimes, and kind of like a little bit too blunt and forward and whatever, but we're good workers, okay? You will get like 1.5 of the job done than, say, some of the slackers that do a half. You know what I mean, okay? We're like a little bit more than a type A personality, because I've got the ADHD part too that goes with it. Like Tony Atwood says, 70-80% seem to have ADHD. Or he's right, I know that's my combo. And basically, we are focused. Woo! I mean, even when I was cleaning checkouts and things, when I was working at the supermarket, I was keen as mustard. There's a brand of mustard powder called Keen. Keen as mustard. Does it come from that? Anyway, I don't know. But I loved cleaning it. I got my soapy bucket water, and like the first time I did it right, the supervisor was like, how did you get it so clean? They look brand new. Like when we first started and opened because it was a brand new store. It wasn't long. When I started working there, it hadn't long been open. She goes, it looks brand new. And I picked up the bucket and straight at the sponges. This. She's like, oh, keep going. I was like, yeah, no worries. And the other girls are standing up there like thinking they're like so smart and they're like this. and just chatting. Fuck those bitches. Anyway, you always have them at workplaces, don't you? You know, you're busting your butt and you look over there and you go, yeah, how are you going there? You right? Okay, yep. You got your 10,000 words in today? That's nice. I'm working here. I prefer to be working anyway. It's my thing. When I go to work, I'm working. I'm in. Unless I hate the job, then I go get a different job. So basically, I'm just concerned about this. Please don't think if anyone makes you feel less than because you are lower class or middle class struggling, you're not failing. You're not less than. Please remember that. This world has been corrupted kind of on purpose, and it's just not fair. And you deserve way more than you're getting. And it pisses me off. As a welfare person, psychology, I care about humans. That's why I got into it, guys. I care about humans, and that's why I did become a psychologist, because I care about humans. Okay? I was before Jordan Peterson figured it out. Jordan Peterson, I was. Okay? I knew heading into that it was like, no, I can't do that indoctrination. I cannot deliver that message to people because I have suffered and I know that that's not okay. You can't just look at the individual and go, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. Because it takes a whole family and a whole village, meaning community, and a whole world and your country and your government. Everything is involved in people's mental health, in their living standards or living situation. Everything involves the government. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be talking about government. I'm probably trying to censor this video now. And they'll reduce the ads so I don't get any ads on it probably. But anyway, I don't care about that because it's the message that matters, isn't it? So don't feel less than. You are worthy when you were born because you were just born and you were you. So God put you here for a reason. If you don't believe in God, higher power, whatever, you are here for a reason. And if you really sit down and think about it, I don't know, are you the person that everyone tells their life story to? That's what you're here for then. You're here to just like, you might not be able to take them all home like stray dogs and take them under your wing. You can't do that. But you can be an ear to listen to. You can love on them in that moment. And the ones that maybe you connect with, you can just bring under your wing and take home. I've done that. There's nothing wrong with that. People have done that to me in my time of need. Where I'm going back home to, I've had many people there, even though I've been like, no, I'm fine. I've got this. I'm fine. Yeah, I've got all these things going on, but I'm fine. Yep, I don't have much support, but I'm fine. And they've stepped in, hugged me, held me, cried with me. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with it. Accept it when it's given to you too, please. Don't just go, yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I know a lot of us do that who live in like serious pain, like I'm talking about physical pain, and those of us that have been abandoned by family, you know, you sort of lose a lot of love and connection, but accept it when it comes away from someone because, you know, just like some of you are probably doing, you know, some of you are probably going out spreading kindness too. I guarantee it. If you're watching my channel and you click with me, you're probably the kind of person that likes to bring joy, or you're allergic to toxicity and you've learnt the hard way to get toxicity out of your life. That's a really tough one to learn. I was a bit of a slow learner. Me, never saw the signs. Always just got myself in situations that I was like, oh, help. Anyway, so, but I'm just saying, Jordan Peterson, I knew, and Richard Grannon, I knew, because I've been following these people for so long, guys, I knew that you cannot look at a human being suffering psychologically without looking at the big picture, which is the world and society around us, around the person. Society is sick. We have to accept it, but guess what? That's the external locus of control. Forget about it. Forget about it. You can control your world around you. You have a say in things around you. And that's where you focus on, your internal locus of control. What have you got control over? And that's what you use to make things around you as good as they can be for your benefit, for the people around you's benefit, or your loved ones and people you care about. And even I include you guys in that. I'm always here showing up because I treat you being in that circle for me. I want to show up for you, and you guys give back a lot. Okay, you really do. I mean, the support that you give me does, in my moments of absolute pain, it does make a difference. Makes me fight that a little bit harder and feel like, yep, this too shall pass. I do feel it, okay? So, but basically, live your best life with what you've got. You have to look at what you've got, what you can control, and go, right, this is what I can make better, and this is what I can't. Those external things, forget about it. Within your own home, at least, we have control. And make it great. And continue to try and make some community things great. You know, I always try, for example, to show up to places and make those places good. Now, sometimes you can't because some places are just, or groups of people are just toxic. And when someone that's like, and this is what sucks about being us, we come in and we don't mean to, but we're so chirpy and positive and they don't like it. They want to mope. And so that just clashes, okay? And then also, because we do so much absorbing of others' shit that we shouldn't be, but we still just, it just happens anyway, even though we do it less when we get that bigger toolbox. Be careful who we dump it on. Because we do dump it to the people around us and just be like, you know. But at the same time, people should understand around us too. If they know what's going on, make sure they know what's going on for you, so that they know that you're going through something. Because there's nothing wrong with anger. It's how you express it, of course, that matters. But there's nothing wrong with anger. Don't be ashamed of it. I know that's hard. We get made to feel guilty for being angry, but it's just how you use that anger that's the difference. That's what you got to watch for. But yeah, I just want you to know that no matter where you sit, no matter how much you're struggling, don't say, I'm failing. The world is failing you. And what I mean by that is everything that was before us has failed us today. And then they've also stopped us from using this natural urge to want to fix what's broken because, oh no, that's illegal, you can't do that. Oh no, you can't do that. You can't go and create that. And it's really frustrating. And then you can't escape it either when you go, oh, well, I'll just escape out of this. You know, I'll go with the Amish. Like, I'm dead set. I'm ready. Okay, I'm literally ready. I could easily go there. Okay? From bed, I can pick the peas. I don't know. I can do a lot lying here, right? And I love the clothes. That is the best fashion ever. Okay, I like it. The bonnet, the everything. Little house on the prairie. Again, when I begged to dress like that, and my family thought I was crazy. I was like, no, that's how you dress. I like it. And they're like, that's the olden days. I'm like, whatever. I mean, being autistic, you see, there's no rules. Okay, we don't see that. Those rules, we only see the important rules as rules. Things that are like, really? No, you can do what you want to do. And that's what I'm telling you. Do what you want to do with what you can and what you have got control over. Do what you want. Do what you want to do. Even if someone tells you that's wrong. If it's not illegal, and even some things that they've made illegal, you know, you, once again, Bible, if it's not the 10 Commandments, is it really wrong? You're not hurting yourself or others. You're not hurting the earth, the animals. I don't know. There's a lot of laws after that, isn't there? Oh my goodness, unnecessary. But anyway, the point still is you can make something out of what you've got control over. But I know the pain, because when I go out there and I have to go into that world and experience that, you know, you just feel like a number. You feel like, yeah, you feel less than because of being disabled, being just not able to contribute. That's why I love doing this channel, because I feel like I can contribute, and I'm glad that I do to the people that say they get something out of it. That really makes me happy, guys. That's my reason, okay? Because I'm here alone too. I have my support workers, of course, but you know what I mean? I'm suffering like you are, and I'm here for you. And that's why I like to express what I'm learning, as in sometimes it's what I'm relearning too, because we relearn things all the time, because we forget things, because we're idiots. And sometimes we just think, oh, I've got it. I'm in my ego mode. I've got it. I'm fine. Everything's fine. And then you go, it's not really. I'm actually in a lot of pain, and this is going wrong. This is going on, and that's going on, and So, but back to the sensory room before I go. I had a lot of fun. I hurt myself. It's probably why I'm suffering this morning, is because of that. But that's okay. I love doing it. I have created the padded furniture that can be made sanitary regularly. I have looked at all the sensory different types of items and how it could be positioned around. I'm thinking of a square. I don't know what they're going to be providing, but I'm thinking of a square area, square room, hopefully carpeted, but we'll see. I know that their carpet isn't as nice, but I'm hoping that they can get some sensory rugs, maybe, that they can somehow clean. But yeah, like, because I know the hospital have those square things, you know, like they're not very comfortable to lie on. But anyway, maybe some yoga mats or things like that I could add in. So all that maybe could be a conversation with them. I don't know how they're going to do this, but my disability lawyer is really keen to help me on this. And I've picked tons of stuff, like, oh my goodness, like a rocking padded chair thing, a swing that's low to the ground so no one can really get hurt. Yeah, I've a book corner with books about autism, books, National Geographic magazines, and, you know, books of different kinds I'm going to get as well, like as in suggest like just some, and of course it has to be things that aren't, you know, controversial or anything like that, because this is a public hospital, right? So I feel really good about that. Some mats that have some LEDs in them that you can just sit there and just Yeah. So, you know, you can sit in a nice comfy chair. So I've looked at comfy chairs as well. And bean bag that's got foam in it, not the beans. And people can just read a book, and a plug-in station for their iPad. Like I watch movies with my headsets and my iPad. So, yeah, I've done hours of work resourcing in Australia all of the items. Um, and America has better stuff. But anyway, I managed to get through finding things in Australia, so I'm really happy with what I found. So yeah, I had fun doing that. So I just wanted to let you know that because I was feeling so frustrated yesterday with my medical stuff, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm scared about my January procedure because for me it's more complex. I don't like that factor, but I'm thinking of my Roto trip that I've got respite in February, so I'm trying to focus on that. But I've got to move house now, so I've got that right now going on, which I don't know when it's going on, but like it's the sooner the better. Is everyone's ready? It's just, I guess it's just getting everything sorted, you know, getting sourcing the boxes and removalist truck and picking a day and booking the hotel and that, right? So yeah, you'll see every day. So stay tuned because it's going to be saga. It's going to be a series, the moving series again. Yeah, again. Let's do this again, shall we? And last time I said it was, you know, it was so sorted this time. I'm making everything. This time, it is going to go well, right? And I'm going to have a box saying emergency. It's going to have the kettle, my coffee, and all the essentials, right? I'm doing that this time. Not going to be stupid. I didn't do that last time. Didn't even think about it. Bit of stress going on, as you can imagine. And then also this time there is actually a indoor pool at the place I'm staying. I'm going to do some work because of my edema in the water. So at least that's there. So that's good. Thumbs up to that. So that's really important. So there's lots to organise, guys. Moving house with disability is so hard. So to anyone that has moved house recently, or you just know the pain of it, I feel ya. And we're doing it. This is the 7th time in 5 years. So yeah, we have a lot less stuff. And here we've got a few things that we're offering to particularly one person first, who's our special person. And if she can't take it, then we'll ask a few more people here. Because, well, I don't need, someone else might absolutely love and need. So that's what I'm going to do before I leave, because I don't want to give it to the salvos because they'll sell it for a high price. I'd rather give it for free to someone that I know that actually needs it and will love it and use it. Simple as that. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. And just remember, you matter no matter what whether you're disabled, whether you're broke, you matter. So people that are elite need to be brought down to our level or just humbled. I agree that professionals need to be paid higher for expertise. I'm not against merit at all. But what I'm saying is a bit of humbling needs to happen. And I just didn't think I'd see this in Australia. And I'm not used to it because I am born and bred in Australia, and we've changed a lot, guys. The immigration growth since I was born is, I think it's the biggest in the world. I think Matt said in the paper, so not surprised. I'm struggling with it. It's very much an adaptation to it. But that's what you have to do in psychology, guys. The highest level we reach, if you can adapt and things that change in your life, but you adapt fairly quick, depending on what it is. I mean, be easy on yourself. If it's small, medium, large, well, then it's going to take different segments of time to move forward. But like, if you adapt well, don't feel like guilty that, oh, I've just adapted so well. That's the achievement. That's what you're supposed to achieve, is if you can adapt and universally get that down pat, the adaptability to your life, you're going to always win. You're always going to win. Mwah. Bye guys. I'll see you in the next video.